In this screencast, I'm going to show you how I want you to set up your Google Drawing for your Colonial advertisement poster project. We're going to get started by coming under New, down to More, over to Google Drawing. After the Google Drawing loads, first thing I want you to do is title your Google Drawing. Now, if we look at our instructions told us that we need to use this format. So last name, colony assigned, advertisement poster. So come back to my Google Drawing, last name, colony. I'm going to use Kentucky. I realize it's not one of the first 13, but for this demonstration, I'm going to use Kentucky. Advertisement and poster. Now my drawing is titled. The next thing I want you to do is change the layout. And we did this with our Native American culture collage, but it's been a while, so I want to walk you through that again. So come under File, down to Page Setup. Google Drawing automatically defaults to 4.3, so we want to change that to widescreen 16.9. And again, basically what that does, it just turns our page to landscape and stretches it a little for us so we have a little bit more room to work with. If you want to put your background to a specific color, you can do that by right-clicking, background, and then you have a variety of colors to choose from. You can even customize your color if you want to, make something brand new, right? Or if you'd like, you can import a picture and make a picture your background. This is entirely up to you. It's whatever you want for your background. I just encourage you to be original. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to consider how you're going to use your space with your poster. You want to make sure that first off that you answer all 9 of these questions in your instructions, and you want to do it in a way that is original. One thing I want to show you before you get started on your project is how to insert pictures again, and I also want to show you how you can manipulate those pictures once you've inserted them in order for you to maximize the amount of space that you have for your poster. So let's look at inserting a picture. So we go to Insert, Image. Now again, we can upload a picture from our computer. We can take a snapshot by URL. If we have an album, Google Drive, or search. We're going to search. Now remember, I've used Kentucky, so I'm going to search for a picture of the Cumberland Gap. Cumberland Gap pictures. I like this drawing, so I'm going to use the drawing. Remember, your pictures need to be labeled for reuse, so make sure that you're doing that. I selected my image. Now before I resize the image, I want to kind of rotate this picture. I don't want to use this much space to start, but I also don't want it to be in this line. I want to change the line. So if we come up to the top where the circle is and grab it, I can rotate this picture however I want to rotate it. Okay. Now once I have it rotated, at that point I can come down to one of the corners where the blue boxes are. Holding the Shift key, I can resize this. Okay. And I can drag it up to the corner. If I don't like that configuration, again, all I got to do is come to the circle, grab it, and rotate it back. All right. So let's do something like this, and we'll drag this up just a little bit more. It's okay if it's off the edge of the palette. That's fine with me. It's not going to affect anything presentation-wise. Okay. The next thing I want to show you how to do is I want to show you how to add text. And you can do this a couple of different ways. One way to add text is by clicking this icon, the text box. Now once you have the square or the crosshairs there, you can drag your box open and you see my cursor flashing. That means that I'm ready to type in text. Okay. All right, Kentucky. I'm going to put in here just for title purposes. I can make this any font I want to make it as long as it's within my font selection. So let's just choose Century Gothic. I want to make it a little bit bigger. It's at 14 now. Let's make it 36. And let's center it. So we're going to go to Align and we're going to center it. Okay. Now, that's one way to add text. Another way to add text to give your text box a little flair is if you come up under Shapes, you can select any of these shapes that are here and you can add text to them. So let's look at this horizontal scroll. It's pretty good for titles sometimes. And again, we got our crosshairs, so we know we're ready. So we click and drag, and it's going to insert our scroll. Now, once we click on the inside of the scroll, at that point, we can start typing. Now again, we can change our font to whatever we want to change it to. Select that. We use Century Gothic before, and let's make it 36, and let's center it. Okay. So now we have two instances where we've inserted text. Same thing applies with text that applies to the pictures. If we select it, we got the little circle, we can rotate it if we want to rotate it. The other thing we can do too is if you don't like this fill color, if we've selected our box as we have now, we come up under fill, little bucket here, fill color, we can make that fill color red. We can make it any of the colors we want, or we can choose a custom color for our fill. Let's choose this color, this custom pink. All right, so that changes our fill color. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you to get you started. There's a couple of ways you can insert text. Remember, via text box, you can do it from your toolbar here, or you can do insert text box, insert shapes. You can use word art if you'd like. Any of these things are open for you with your poster project. Remember, your objective here is to answer all 9 of these questions and be as unique and original as you possibly can.